Hello and welcome. My name is TyrionLanstr. Okay, so I want to quickly talk about a few major changes that were just made in Game of Thrones Winter's Coming. I've already done a more in-depth video on the changes to AC, but I want to follow up with a couple of other things that have changed and just some more general updates. So first off, looking back at Alliance Conquest, I wanted to talk about this individual league change. Essentially what is going on now is that if you are a kind of in the wrong league, so if you were in Super League, then you drop down to A or B League because you think you want to have an easy season, you're going to get debuffed for that. I think this is a great change. I'm glad they're doing it. Definitely really smart. Just going to kind of encourage people to stay where they belong instead of dropping randomly to try to, have a more fun season. It's going to make that less fun for people and less desirable. They already have worse rewards. Now you're getting a debuff too. I almost think they should make these higher. I think it'd be kind of funny if it was like a 100% reduction and a 200% reduction if you go down to B. Really just make it super undesirable and not fun to do. But at the same time, then, there are people that maybe have a good reason to do it. So, I don't know. It's a tough call, but just think it's an interesting change. I also want to talk about the awakening of Simon that has occurred. Simon, they kind of made it something that was joined to the anniversary event with the Alliance Conquest changes. But let's quickly talk about what the awakening of Simon is going to involve. So we go down to Simon. As you can see down here, like so many other commanders that have gotten awakened, he now can be leveled up. But let's take a look at what you get when you improve him. So when you're improving him, you're getting a 2% enemy siege attack reduction. And look, siege attack only applies when someone is attacking your castle, but this is a pretty big deal. I mean, you don't see many other commanders getting a full 2% total stats. I mean, if you look at Night King, which is one of the most expensive commanders, he's only getting 1.2% total health, total defense, and total attack. Simon's getting 2%, so definitely a big difference, and it's pretty huge. Next, you also have his total attack. He is also getting the 1.2% total attack. So between the total attack and the siege attack reduction, a total of 3.2% from these two combined. On the whole, he's going to do a lot. He also is giving a passive reinforcement of an extra 20,000 troops from each of these. So in total, if we look at this, hidden ability effect, on the aggregate of all 13 of these, that's going to be a total of 20,000 times 13, which should be 260,000 more max defense troops. I don't believe that any of these are going to be more than that, unless this one, nope, yep, they're all 20,000. So it's going to be just a passive, as you level him up, you get another 260,000 more defense troops, which everyone knows that's going to be a big deal. Now, the enemy siege attack reduced by 6% right now with 3 of them. With a full 13, that's 26% more attack reduction, and then 14 times 1.2, that's going to be a total of, if we do some quick math, 1.2, 12. So 16.8% total attack at full rank 14. Or sorry, with full 14 of them used. So definitely some really good stats you're getting there. Unfortunately, you can only level Simon up by actually getting more Simon medals. So my Simon is still purple because I didn't want to spend a lot on him. I'm regretting that now. Gonna want to get him to gold. Want to get him awakened as quickly as possible because, as you can see, these are really good stats, and he is a phenomenal commander to have on your wall. Even right now, he's going to just be he gives you a lot of great stats, and you can get him awoken. He's probably the best defensive commander in the entire game. So definitely he's fantastic. And the fact that you don't even need him on the wall to get the number of soldiers brought increased it really does help a lot. But you honestly want him there because this siege attack reduction is so great, and that is going to help you a ton. Okay, so let's talk about his final awakening skill. If we go here, we can see his final awakening says that once you own him, the Alliance Conquest Hospital and Glorious Battle Hospital healing speed is increased by 25%, and all hospital healing costs are reduced by 10%. So this is pretty interesting. It's definitely not a combat helper in terms of using him in battle, but it definitely is a solid help. And I would go so far as to say the biggest thing is this healing cost reduction. People talk about it, how expensive it is in Glorious Battle and in other events to be healing all of those royal troops, and especially now that people are getting to tier 5 troops. It is crazy expensive. A 10% reduction is quite considerable. Now, the hospital healing speed increase, definitely not nothing. I think that people forget sometimes that we actually already have a 50% buff just from the pandemic event. They still have this every day, and you get a bonus 50% healing speed from this. So when you're adding another 25%, it's definitely good. But if they ever take that away, people are going to start feeling the hurt a lot more on the healing speed. So I'm not sure how much people are going to notice another 25%, whether or not it's going to really matter to people. But it's definitely not nothing. It's going to help a little bit, and every little bit counts when it comes to healing. So it's definitely nice. It's unfortunate this doesn't affect his actual combat, as, again, he is such a great commander to have on the wall, so pity that he's not going to do any more there. But look, increasing his passives, that's definitely going to be good, and getting all those stats all the way ranked up is definitely going to be great. So definitely Simon is worth someone to be getting. I would say that in the Valor shop, you should be trying to get as many of Simons as you can. Going to this Valor shop here, right? I always prioritize the Epic General tokens, but make sure you're getting Simon now. I think he's definitely worth getting. If you can get him awoken, then great. But this is the only way to get him, so you need to really be focusing on that, and it's not going to happen instantaneously. I will say, from what I know, it is a 1-to-1 conversion ratio, so 1 regular Simon medal is equal to 1 Simon awakening, which, if you think about it, is actually a pretty good deal, because the Epic General tokens are actually almost twice as much as a Simon token, so it should be a little bit cheaper to get him there if you can get a lot of Valor points. But the only way you get it is through these events, so you gotta play the events, gotta do well, so you can get as many Simons as you can to get him awoken quickly. Well, I hope this was helpful, folks. Hope you learned a thing or two about the new awakening of Simon, as well as the final other change to the AC new season. Until next time, my name is TyrionLanstr, and I'll see you then.